Hey guys, I'm Mia with Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible, and today I'm here with,
I'm Ansley from Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
and we're here with.
I'm Danny Blake.
Okay, so do you want to start off the interview by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a trans gay kid with general anxiety and panic attacks.
Wow, you obviously go through a lot. Can you tell us how you deal with some of the hate you get on social media?
A lot of the times it's easy just to ignore it. If it's stupid enough, don't respond to it. But sometimes the hate is just kind of laughable.
So, what was one of the worst days that you've had this year, and how did you overcome that day?
Recently, going back to school, we have homecoming polls, and some kids thought it'd be funny to put me down on the girl side of the poll with my birth name. And like my first reaction was to like start panicking, but then I was like, well, if I make it on the ballot, the school's gonna put me on the boy side anyway with my actual name. And if I end up winning, then their joke doesn't matter. And if I don't end up on the ballot, then their joke doesn't matter. So I was like, either way, like they're not gonna win this situation.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. I can't believe someone would do that.
How did that affect you emotionally?
Well, I left the school last year because of harassment and just being unaccepted in general. So like coming back was a huge step. And then having the first week go like that, I was just like, and like yeah, like it pushed me back just a little bit, but I still managed to get up the next day and go to school. So like it sent me back just a little bit, but then you calm down, you're like, well, I'm just gonna continue going.
Okay, so what coping skills did you use to get through that and just to keep on pushing yourself to keep on going?
In middle school and early high school, I used to write on myself like little like pick me up quotes kind of a thing, or I would like draw stuff that made me happy. So, and then I started just drawing like in my sketchbook whenever I got like too anxious. And then I also realized that when I'm in that panic mode, the one thing I want is to just be distracted by it. So I'll like call someone, just be like, hey, just talk to me, tell me a story, and then I end up calming down. So
Can you describe like what a panic attack feels like?
it's feeling like you can't breathe despite breathing too much. Like you're hyperventilating, but it feels like no air is actually getting into your system. And it's basically the flight response going like haywire. So you just kind of shut down, like everything is just too much. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's like you feel like everything is just happening inside you while nothing's happening outside of you.
What age did you start getting anxiety and panic attacks?
I've had like anxiety for as long as I can remember, but it didn't start. Excuse, I swear to God. Oh, there she goes. I didn't get my first panic attack until I think 7th grade, and I had one, and then I told my mom about it, and I went to a therapist to talk about it, and then it kind of didn't happen for a while, and then in 8th grade, it happened a little more, not too much, and then once high school hit is when it really started hitting me full force.
So, what is one of the hardest obstacles that you've had to overcome, and how did you get through it?
So I think the one of the most hardest things that I've gone through is figuring out that just like realizing that you don't need to like punish yourself for things, and that you don't have to be in situations that don't make you feel good because like, oh, what if that like something happens to that other person. Like you can take care of yourself and not feel guilty about it. And it's just like just getting rid of all the toxicity. Like it's you're gonna feel really bad and guilty about it afterwards, but you're gonna feel so much better in the long run. And it's just that's what I usually just think about. Is like, well, in the long run, is this going to help me? Is this going to make me feel better? It's like right here, right now, I don't feel good. Why am I not feeling good? And what can I do to fix it? So in the long run, I won't feel like this all the time.
What advice or a message do you want to give to your supporters who go through the same mental health problems as you?
Every day is a new day. Bad days only last 24 hours. Like, just because you feel really bad about yourself right now, like you still have an entire lifetime ahead of you.
Agree completely.
What does the hashtag Teens Helping Teens really mean to you?
I think hearing stuff like this from other teenagers who are like the same age as you, going through a lot of the same stuff, helps a lot more than seeing someone that is like an adult that went through the stuff like a couple years ago. Like, it's a completely different world that we live in now with how teens react to other teens and such. So like hearing something from one teen to another, I think has a bigger impact. Hashtag teens helping teens.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you want to share to your fans?
Today's gonna be a good day.